What's up, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. Got another video for y'all today, coming with something a little bit different, man. We doing a little bit of riding around in the vehicle, you know what I'm saying, doing a little bit of riding around town, and I just want to kind of have a little bit of talk with y'all and have an open discussion on why I went ahead and chose the 5.7 liter Hemi over any of the other model Challengers. Now, before we go ahead and jump into it, if you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the community. Hit the like button, comment. You know, we trying to make it grow, man. I'm gonna keep pumping these videos out. For those of you who don't know, I'm trying my best to keep up and pump videos out every Wednesday and Friday. So just go ahead, man. If you like the content, just make sure you hit the subscribe button. But yeah, man, we just go ahead and jump right into it. This video is definitely not to bash or talk about, you know, anyone for whatever reason picking a V6 or going with the RT or going with the scatpack or hellcat. You know, it's just more so just to have an open discussion with y'all, man, and kind of just give you my reasoning on why I actually wanted to go with the 5.7 liter. So yeah, man, let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So for the most part, I picked the 5.7 liter over any model because this was my first V8. This was my first V8. I didn't want to do anything crazy because this car is rear wheel drive, so I didn't want to be driving crazy in the scat pack or try to go with the hellcat, because that's definitely way too much power, especially for somebody that's just jumping into a V8. Like, that definitely wouldn't have worked. So I think the 5.7 liter was the most practical option for me. I mean, it's a good daily driver. It's good on gas mileage if you're not punching it. For me, if you looked at my previous video, I was averaging about 10.7 miles to the gallon. I actually got it up to about 12 because I kind of did a long freeway drive and I took it off of sport mode. Took it off of sport mode and just kind of cruised on the freeway, and that thing dropped down into 4 cylinders, and I was like, okay, all right, so now I see, you know. So if you keep your foot on the pedal, this thing will definitely give you some good gas mileage for sure. So definitely. But like I said, man, I wanted to go with a V8, have that V8 power. This was my break-in car, and I honestly felt like this is the perfect decision. I couldn't have made a better decision, man. I absolutely love this car, man. This car is fun to drive. It definitely turn heads, and I mean, most people who you see complain about the type of car that you have are not even actual owners of the vehicles. So for example, you see a lot of shit on YouTube, or a lot of people in the comments saying, you know, for the people who have a V6, oh, you should have went with the RT. Then if you get the RT, oh, you should have went with the scat pack. If you get the scat pack, oh, you should have went with the hellcat. Oh, and then it's just so on and so on. It's like a never-ending cycle, man. Just be happy with what you got. Be happy with what you got, man. If you want a V6, go for it. If you want a 5.7 liter, go for it, man. Just be happy with what you got, and I am absolutely happy that I went with the 5.7 liter RT V8. And then another reason why I chose this car is, for the most part, and this is just my opinion, I honestly believe that the Dodge Challenger is the last standing true American muscle car. Don't twist my words. I think it's the last standing true American muscle car. I absolutely love the look of the Camaro. I absolutely love the look of the Mustang as well. But I think with those two models, they are actually leaning a little bit more towards the sports car side. Kind of steered away from the muscle car vibe for the most part. With the Challenger, when this thing pull up on the road, man, you definitely know that this is a muscle car. I mean, it has that retro styling. It has that muscle car sound. All of them sound good for the most part, but it's just the look of this car, man. This is the last standing true American muscle car, and I absolutely loved it. It was going to be either between this or some type of luxury vehicle. But once I got behind this car and I test drove it, I absolutely fell in love, man. I absolutely fell in love. Like, this car is aimed and geared towards the actual driver. It's like a cockpit, man. Everything is driver oriented. The seats are comfortable. You know, even though I have the cloth right now, eventually I'm actually going to upgrade to the cat skin all red leather. Got to put that red leather in this joint, man. But even with the cloth that comes in this model, I actually have the 2019 Challenger, and I mean, it's nothing to cough at all. I absolutely love it. It's absolutely nothing wrong with it, man. So definitely turn heads, like I said, man. This is the last standing true American muscle car, in my opinion. And then another reason why I went with the RT, and excuse me guys, I'm actually driving. I'm trying to pay attention to the road and make sure I'm watching out for traffic and everything. So excuse me for stumbling on my words a little bit, but for the most part, when I called up insurance, when I was looking at a scatpack, I was actually thinking about going with a scatpack. And when I got the quote from them, I said, hell nah, because I actually have a ticket on my record that's getting ready to fall off and at the end of July, thank God. But still, man, I wasn't willing to pay what they were talking about as far as insurance on this car, man. It was gonna almost be close to $300 and something, and that's definitely not happening, bro. I'm definitely not about to spend $300 and something just for car insurance, man. So that was another reason why I chose to go with the 5.7 liter Hemi. Another reason why I went with the Challenger for the most part is this car is huge. I love the size of this car. A lot of people complain. I don't know why they complain about the size of the car, man. Like, this car is huge. It stands out on the road. It's like a land yacht. It actually is, man. But I absolutely loved it. That was one thing that always drew me to this car, man. It's a big beast, and I don't care that it's not the fastest thing on the road, man. I just love the way that the car looks. I love the way it sounds. I love the way that the car makes me feel, man. So that was another reason, man. The insurance, and even if you don't have tickets, I'm gonna get back to that part. Even if you don't have tickets, I think they categorize the scatpacks and the hellcats and anything above that as a sports. Put that in the sports car category. So the insurance on those things are insanity, and it was just a little bit out of my budget of what I wanted to spend, man. I actually just had a baby, last year, so I had to take all of those things into consideration, man. I don't want to be paying high insurance, and I actually have priority. So this was actually the perfect car for me, man. And for the most part, I actually did a little bit of research too. I want to bring up another topic. When the Challenger first came out, and I believe it was like 2008, the 2008 and 2010 models on the SRT, those things came with about 425 horsepower and I think 420 pound-feet of torque. Now with the RT, like I said, I have the 2019. This thing has 375 horsepower and it has 410 pound-feet of torque. And I actually think this thing is a little bit underrated because this thing is actually powerful. This thing is actually more powerful than I thought, more powerful than I expected. And if you even search online and you kind of browse through the forums and even check on YouTube a little bit, apparently Dodge has always underrated the horsepower on these cars. So a lot of people say that they pushing closer to 390, or they might even be pushing closer to 409. You got a lot of different cats who went and took their cars and got the dyno, got the dyno tune on it just to kind of see where those numbers were at, and it's actually pushing a little bit more horsepower than the 375 that's actually advertised. So my whole point in saying that is actually almost in line with the actual old Challenger. Or I'm not gonna say old because they all still look good. I'm just gonna say that when the first generation Challenger, when they first came out, man, it's actually on par or close to being on par with the first model SRT, before the Hellcats and before the scat packs and everything, man. So yeah, that's pretty much my reasoning, man. This is an excellent daily driver for the most part. It's just an absolute thrill to drive and turn heads, and I just wanted that American muscle. I just wanted that American muscle. I wanted that experience on what it's like to actually drive an American muscle car. I was actually, the closest thing I actually got to having one of these type of cars was, and maybe about 2000, I want to say 2008, 2000, between 2008 and 2011, I had a Magnum, and that was a V6, and I love that car too, but you definitely don't have anything on this, man. You can definitely feel a difference. And then after that, I went to a V6 Jaguar, and then I actually had a freaking family car, man. I was so tired of those fucking, excuse my language, man, those luxury cars, man. When it comes to the maintenance on those, absolutely ridiculous, man. That Jaguar water pump went out. I think I ended up spending like $1,400 just to get that repair done. I was like, nah. I said, nah, man, I can't do this no more, man. So I ended up wanting to just get out of that car, and I kind of just jumped on the first thing. I went to a Hyundai dealership, which was completely just totally different from, what I'm used to actually driving. But it was a 2014 Hyundai Azera, and I actually liked the car for the most part. It was a nice little convenient luxury car, family luxury car, mid-size. It actually did the job, but that really wasn't me, man. That wasn't my style. So I had to do it, man. I had to do it. I've been eyeing a Challenger for years and years and years, and I finally did it, man. So that pretty much wraps up the video, man. I think you should go ahead and go with whatever makes you feel happy. If it's the V6, go ahead and go for it, man. If it's the 5.7 liter, go ahead and go for it. Everybody has their own reasons for wanting whatever model that they select, and I mean, you can't be mad at them, man. You can't be mad at them. Just let people do what they go do, because at the end of the day, it's your decision. Don't pay attention to what everybody is talking about in the comments, and you got the trolls online that want to talk crap and say this and say that about you should have got this, man. Just completely ignore that, man. Just go for whatever makes you happy, man. This car absolutely makes me happy, and that's the reason why I went with the 5.7 liter RT Challenger 2019, man. And my thing is sitting nice right now, man. I got it brand new. It only had 45 miles on it. Right now, I actually have 497 miles on this thing right now, and I have this car for about 2 months now, so I'm absolutely loving it, man. I'm absolutely loving it. So that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for the video today, man. I just wanted to do a quick little open discussion with you guys on why I actually selected this car. And like I said, I'm just kind of cruising right now. You know what? Actually, man, to make this video, if you stuck around this long, I'm actually gonna do a couple pulls on this thing so you can hear what it sound like, because this car ain't no punk. It for damn sure ain't no punk, man. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in sport mode. Stopped at a light right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys hear how this thing sound, man. I absolutely love the sound of these cars. Like, it's crazy when you're driving down the road. Like, and just this is subjective. I could be wrong, I could be right, but I've heard the Hellcats, I've heard the scat packs before, and the newer Challengers and the Chargers, even the Chargers, the ones that have the active exhaust system, they sound just as loud and just as good as those things with stock exhaust, man. So yeah, let's go ahead and roll the windows down, man. I got this thing in sport. You lift my glasses up, man. I got the Versace's on right now. Can't even see the sport button. Want to make sure that thing is on. And we about to go ahead and do some pulls in this thing real quick, man. You know what? Woo! Hey, that's God talking, man. It's the police right there. I don't know if y'all caught them on the camera. Ooh, that was the wrong time to try that, boy. That was the wrong time to try that. So I'm actually gonna cruise a little bit more because I am not trying to get another ticket, man. I am not trying to get another ticket, man. I got a ticket falling off in July. My insurance actually should go down on this thing, and I'm trying to keep it that way. I am trying to keep it that way. So I'm gonna just cruise for a little bit. I think they out the picture right now. That was a close call, but man. Yeah, you know what? We're about to go ahead and just get a pull in there right now, man. Woo! Can't tell me that thing don't sound good, man. You can't tell me that thing don't sound good. It's gonna have everybody looking. It's gonna have everybody looking, man. Thing sounds like an absolute beast, man. And all I did on this car so far was, as far as the sound, I cut out the mid mufflers. I left the resonator on, and I think I'm gonna leave it like that because I don't want to lose back pressure. But this thing sounds crazy, and I mean, what more can you want out of a muscle car, man? So we go ahead and do one more pull, and I'm gonna wrap it up for this video. So let me go ahead and scan the scene one more time, make sure ain't no police around, and we gonna go ahead and telling you, boy, this thing ain't no punk, man. This thing ain't no punk, man. But yeah, look, that wraps it up for the video, though. So if you stuck around, man, I appreciate you guys. Like I said, I'm trying to build the community up. Almost close to my first 1,000 views. Almost close to my first 30 subscribers. I know that's just a minimal amount, but hey, you know what I'm saying? That actually makes me happy that I am getting some type of growth on my channel. So that pretty much wraps it up once again, man. I'll be back next week with another video, and we gonna turn it up for y'all, man. So y'all be safe out there and have a blessed day. 1.